Welcome back, everyone. It is day 13. I have made a slight adjustment. I admit to making a mistake on the value of the common plots. So that had to be nerfed a little bit, which is why you see my monthly residual a little bit smaller than it normally was. However, we got quite a bit to talk about today on Atlas Earth. Most importantly, their update. Now, everyone knows that the cash out has already been done, but the one that I'm wanting to talk about here today is the land portfolio visualizer. So let's go ahead and take a look. So the first update that I want to talk about very briefly is that yes, there is now a passenger warning that seems to be somewhat glitchy to start off with, but that's only if your GPS goes really off whack. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Just click, I'm a passenger and you're good to go. The second thing, and far, far more important, is not the cash out, but just letting you know that yes, you can cash out to PayPal, and yes, I am able to cash out, and several people have already been able to attempt to cash out, and they will likely get paid out within the next few days. But the more important thing is this. So, what used to be the total number of parcels available has now been divided to different types of parcels based on rarity. So as you can see, we have 5 common and 4 rare here. And this has allowed us, with the combination of knowing how much rent each rarity of parcel gives us a second, to find out the cutoff rates for the boost drop tiers. And so far, about a couple dozen of you have given me your boost drop tiers, and I wanted to talk about that result. By the way, in case anyone was wondering, the #1 player open boosters, this is his current result right now. So just letting you know. Now I have taken a couple dozen submissions so far. I am still taking submissions. And I also got some information from a Facebook user named Grant. And I don't want to butcher his last name, so I'm just going to call him Grant here. And I'm going to post what he had posted up here regarding land value, which I have mentioned quite a while back, that a common is worth 1 parcel, basically 1 common parcel. A rare is worth 1.5 common parcels. Epic is worth 2 common parcels, and legendary is 4 common parcels. And he mentions that once you've hit 210 on this land value, in my case 210 common parcels, which you can see right here, right there, the 210, then you're going to break out of 30x and go into 20x. What we do not know, but he was able to find out, was that he had numbers for 20x and 15x as well, based off of his experiments. And they are yet to be fully confirmed by me, but so far, it seems like if you take the land value, that land value that we've had, and you multiply it by the boost, there isn't a single person here that has hit a daily boosted rent, except for the 2x's up here, of course. There isn't a single person that has hit the daily boosted rent of 60 cents, or if we take land value times boost, 6,300. So 210 times 30 is 6,300. That would be the limit. 420 times 15 is 6,300. That'd be the limit. 310 times 20, I think, is like 6,200 or something like that. You can probably go a little bit further. But yeah, I mean, it would also be pretty darn close to that 6,300 limit. And then if you even see upwards of 12x, 10x, and 6x, you can see that none of them are hitting this weird barrier of more than 60 cents a day boosted. The one that's been the closest is actually down here in the 30x section. I guess because, it's a little bit easier to gain 30x boost because it requires less parcels. But if you're up here, it's probably, I don't know, a little bit demoralizing, I guess. But I guess they're going to get theirs when the 40x boosts come out, because I did do the calculations with 1 day of 40x boosts a month, and that is where they do get their increases back. But it seems like the min-max strategy, at least for right now, is if you're going to take the land value calculation and you're going to multiply it by the boost rate, make sure that you stay under 6,300. So if my theory is correct, then this is the optimal strategy to gain the most possible rent in the game until you are a 2x whale, basically. You want to find your land value number, as we always have. Commons are 1 point, rares are 1.5, epics are 2, and legendaries are 4. This is your land value number. Then you want to multiply your land value number by the boost rate. I'm going to call this the modified land value number. Now, the hard limit for this so far seems to be 6,300. So if you are 30x, your land value limit was 210. 210 times 30 is 6,300. If it was 15x, it seems to be 420, although we haven't fully confirmed that yet. 420 times 15 is 6,300, and so on and so forth. So to prevent a legendary from screwing you over and dropping you in boost here, we're going to subtract 4, which is the legendary value, times your boost rate from 6,300. So for example, if you are currently at 20x tier, then 6,300 minus 4 times 20 is 6,220. If your modified land value is above this soft cap, stop buying plots of land until you have built up enough Atlas bucks that you can make up for it later on. And you can figure out how much you need to build up in Atlas bucks in a previous video, which I've done, the day 9 video, which I will link to over here at the top right corner of the screen. Also, just a quick update, the money from mTurk finally did come in, so I now have $13.37. That was as of yesterday, but I had something to do, so I couldn't update. I got my 1095, and I also paid my 30% in taxes, which was $3.28. Upcoming, what we're going to see is, if I go to View Transfer History, what's coming in is $47.61. That is a monster coming in, or a relative monster in comparison to previous ones. So if I take 30, even if I take 30% off that, I'm still looking at around, I'd say close to 32, 33, maybe even more. I can't do math that well off the top of my head, despite what people think. So yeah, 47.61. That's huge. So that's for the update. So it's about time that I need to start thinking about what I'm going to do with this money. I will talk about the options tomorrow, actually, alongside talking about Upland. All right, it's time to end the day by going to the wheel. I only have 5 more diamonds left, so I'm going to try to grab more diamonds on this, but I don't have Wi-Fi. That's the reason why it's very difficult for me to get diamonds on this. So this will be the last spin for the foreseeable future, the last set of spins. So we got a 2, another 2, and a 1. All right, and now I'm finally going to go and buy another plot of land. I've been targeting this area right there, so I'm going to go ahead and buy some land. Let's go ahead and buy this, actually. Buy land, and we have another common. So that puts me at 6 commons and 4 rares. As you can see, that's another 6 cents into the monthly run up there. And that is it, everyone. So that's the end of day 13. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about Upland and why I'm not adding Upland to this money engine. And then we will talk about Raid Shadow Legends strategy, at least the strategy to get to that massive coin offering as well in the following days. I'd say around Friday. So, with that being said, everyone, I will talk to you next time.